Well, I promised you guys an episode review today, and I gotta say, I'm kind of glad it was this one. So this episode was another Goomy centered episode. And it was actually, it was kind of like Goomy and Dedenne centered, which is always nice because whenever Dedenne is featured, that means that Bonnie's gonna get featured. And as I said multiple times in the past, Bonnie is my favorite X and Y character to this day. And this episode even shows how awesome she is. So the gang they're at a river. They reach a river and then everybody comes out, right? All the Pokemon are out. They all meet Goomy and everything. So we had Frogadier, Fletchinder, Halucha, Pikachu, Dedenne, Bunnelby, Luxio, Chespin, Fennekin, Pancham. Everybody's out. And then a lot of them go in the water. Like Goomy's still afraid of Dedenne though. But they all go in the water. They're chilling. And then, of course, Team Rocket shows up literally at the beginning of the episode. And I was just sitting there like, oh my goodness, Team Rocket is here. I was just like bored out of my mind. And then, so like they have like apparently they set up a net in the water and they lift them up. And then Pikachu, Chespin, and Pancham like jumped out of the water or the net before they got caught. Pikachu used Thunderbolt, and then what was it? Pumpkaboo used Dark Pulse, and then Chespin used Pin Missile, but Wobbuffet countered it, and so the pins themselves started flying everywhere, and then they end up crashing along the water, which caused a bunch of Lotads and Lombre to use, I believe it was Bubble. I don't know what the heck it was. I have no idea. It didn't look like anything. Like it says, really, we just saw the explosion of impact. I didn't notice what it was, but I'm gonna assume. I want to assume that it was either bubble or maybe I don't even know if it learned seed bomb. Anyways, the point is that these things will start, blowing up everywhere. They actually end up breaking the net, which caused everybody else to fall down and then Meowth actually fell, which I was like, okay, so are we doing the Meowth separates episode this time? I mean, I never really care about those episodes. I mean, they usually use them to develop Meowth a little bit, but they didn't even do that in this episode. So what I'm trying to say is, if you guys don't understand what I mean, there's always an episode, at least one episode in every region where Meowth gets separated from Team Rocket and then ends up meeting with a certain group of the gang. Like everybody ends up splitting up because of some accident that Team Rocket causes, and then somehow, most at least before we would get some kind of development for Meowth before that we united and everything. But anyways, so they get split up, and so we have Serena, Pancham, Goomy, Dedenne, Bonnie, and Meowth. And then we have, Ash, everybody else, and then Team Rocket with their Pokemon on somewhere else. And so we really only pay attention to, the Bonnie Serena group because it's supposed to be a Goomy episode. So that's the focus. Ash and them are like somewhere else, and so they're over here talking to Meowth about, what like, oh my gosh, it's Meowth. And he's like, I'm gonna help you guys out. Of course, we know it's not true. And so they start walking. They're gonna find they gotta find everybody. Now remember, Goomy is still afraid of the Dedenne, so he's actually just chilling with Pancham. Now while Ash and the gang, while Ash and Clement are searching, he sends out Fletchinder, right? So Fletchinder's gonna look through the air. Pikachu is actually like both Pikachu and Dedenne were like freaking geniuses here, because Pikachu's like they're like calling out for them. Pikachu's like, I got it, and then I'm just sitting there like, wait a minute, what does he got? And they ask him that, and then he like shoots off electricity out, and then I'm just sitting there like, wait a minute, they did this in the beginning when they got the Dedenne, and then the Dedenne like catches Pikachu's electricity. And he's like, I got it. And they like sends it back out. And so they're communicating with each other to let each other where they're at. They did this. What episode was it? it was very early on that they did this. And I'm really glad they brought it up. I wish they would use this more. Like if something happens and they separate. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Hey, I just want this more. It shows off both. Like this is a real thing. These Pokemon are able to communicate with electricity, and I wish they would do that more often because that's what Pokemon like. Electric type Pokemon can do that. They can communicate via electricity because they all have their different wavelengths. So Meowth ends up leading them towards Team Rocket. I mean, he didn't do it on purpose because he didn't really know where Team Rocket was, but he ends up leading them, and then they meet up with Team Rocket. And so it's like, remember, this is gonna be Serena's maybe like what third battle. So honestly, I mean, I wasn't as concerned because I mean she had the Pancham. I was like, if you lose with the Pancham, we're gonna have some serious problems here. And so like remember Goomy's on top of Pancham, so he puts Goomy in like a little rock that's right there, and he's ready to fight. And so they're fighting, right? So Pancham's taking some damage, right? He's taking some real damage, but he's dishing out a little bit, here and there. But then he gets confused, and then the Dedenne gets out of the pouch and like strikes him to like snap him out of confusion. And then it was the coolest thing ever because their body joins in the battle. She's literally there like commanding the Dedenne. She's like Thundershock, use tackle, use Nuzzle, and like she was doing like straight up battling. I'm just sitting there like, that's right. Max never did this shit. He was not good at this. The Dedenne, I'm pretty sure that Bonnie's a lot younger than Max. And the fact that she has this much control over the Dedenne is amazing. And I gotta say, I really hope we have an arc dedicated to like Bonnie and like a kindergarten where they're like learning about Pokemon, and like they do like a mini tournament for these kids, and then Bonnie is actually able to participate, and she just shows up everybody because she's just so awesome. She's got like 3 trainers with her. Well, 2.5. I still don't count Serena because, like I said, this is probably her 3rd battle in this entire region. So, I mean, I still technically don't consider her a trainer because she really doesn't have any experience at all. So, because of this, they actually end up winning the battle because, like, Pancham and Dedenne are not working together. Got Serena and Bonnie, like, teaming up. And Team Rocket gets blown away. But then Goomy disappears. And so they gotta search for it. And again, the Dedenne being resourceful, it finds the trail, and then they like chase after it. And then there's a little hole, and that's what Goomy went through. And the Dedenne again just goes in like it's not afraid, okay? And it's to find Goomy right now. Goes in like this is a really small ass hole. Goes through, breaks some little rocks that get in the way. Makes it to the other side after Team Rocket again shows up. Like they grab Goomy, they're messing with Goomy. They attack Goomy, and then the Dedenne shows up to rescue Goomy, and it's just there chilling. Like he's gonna take on these guys by itself, taking hits left and right, not going down, striking back as soon as it can, but just taking hits, causing Goomy to feel for it. Then he gets in the way, starts taking hits, and then Fletchinder finds them. Ash and then reunite with Serena and Bonnie. They go literally like Goomy creates this giant ass rain dance cloud, like because you know how Goomy like all we've seen is like these little tiny clouds that cover you, the person. This time he created a huge ass cloud. Now, that's not like gonna do anything because it's fucking rain dance. It's raining on you. Like, what the fuck does rain do? So, like, of course, like, I really can't wait for, like, the Goomy development until we can see some, like, action out of this thing. But anyways, so they're over there. They're gonna catch him now because now Goomy's taking hits and Dedenne is weakened. They're gonna catch him, and then Pikachu's Thunderbolt hits the thing and explodes. And then it was awesome, okay? Clement, Bunnelby, Mudshot, Serena, Pancham, Dark Pulse, Pikachu, Ash, Thunderbolt. Wait, I said that wrong. Ash, Pikachu, Thunderbolt. Team Rocket gets blown away. And then everybody gets reunited, and now Goomy likes Dedenne. And they're nuzzling and everything, and it's an adorable thing. It's the most adorable thing. And it was just awesome. And Bonnie got a shining moment in there, which was amazing. Because Bonnie deserves all the spotlight. Because she is awesome. Okay? She is amazing. She's a bam. Okay? So I'm just here to let you know. You better not hate on my Bonnie, okay? She's here to wreck some souls. And the moment they give her an episode dedicated to some battling, she's gonna wreck everybody who comes at her. Just like today. Okay, she went in. If it wasn't for her, Serena would have lost. Let me tell you that right freaking now. But anyways, guys, that is going to be it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed. Links to the where the episodes will be sometime today because it's still kind of early, so I don't know if it's up yet. Um, but keep looking towards it. They will eventually pop up. But anyways, like I said, thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like I said, this is gonna be the only video for a while, so I hope you guys appreciate it and all that stuff. But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys later.